Good morning, Talent Squad, and welcome to another VGC 2017 Live Team Builder featuring the Pokemon Scizor again. But this time, he's going to be on a rain team and make his life a little bit more easy and be, I think, maybe a little bit more efficient. I can't guarantee that, but I can guarantee he's going to be bulkier and better in the rain because fire is not going to do as much as it usually does. And being that AV, you are going to be surviving for quite some time against certain Pokemon. So, without further ado, my friends, let's get this team underway and tell you what we got going on. So, we have standard Pelipper, nothing crazy here whatsoever. Protect, Tailwind, Scald, and Hurricane, nothing crazy at all. It's standard Pelipper. Actually, it's not standard Pelipper because I like to run. I run more bulk on my Pelipper. I think I have 108 speed or 108 HP. Max with sack, modest nature, and the rest in the speed. It's either 108 in HP or 108 in speed. Don't remember exactly, but as always, guys, in the description down below, EVs, IVs, and the whole entire team for you guys to check out. So that is that, my friends. Next up, we have the lovely Magnezone. Now, I think Magnezone is perfect in every rain team just because he makes the Coco matchup more easy. It makes it much easier. There you go. You've been switching for electric attacks and whatnot. And then, of course, you get a boost because Coco's terrain gives your Thunderbolts that much more damage. And he's actually good against... What else are we bad against here? He's basically just a good switcher for... Ooh, excuse me, a good switcher for Coco. Now, Coco is pretty threatening to this team for the most part, as it does over half the Scizor. Kills Pelipper, kills Golduck. It hurts. Probably kills Pheromosa, and then we have Bulu as another switching as well, but... Basically, what this Magnezone does is that if your opponent has a guard chip, you're at full HP, you eat the EQ, you go Magnet Rise, Wiki Barrier goes off, you're above half HP, and then you just do damage to guard chip as you can't EQ anymore, and hopefully you get those flash cannons off, do a lot of damage to him. You're also good against Gigalith, because Gigalith with that rock slide, without EQ cannot do much to you, and you two-shot with flash cannon, sometimes one-shot it, depending on what they got going on with their Gigalith, if the stands up or not, and things like that. And what else is Magnezone good for? Magnezone's incredible, dude. He kills Celesteela too, so, like, having Magnezone on the squad is really freaking awesome. And I love it on ranked teams, and I will always have Magnezone on my ranked teams for those following reasons. You are max special attack, max speed, modest nature, 4 poison HP, because in Tailwind, your speed goes to 224, and that outspeeds everything you want to outspeed, including Pheromosa. So, that is our Magnezone right there. Next up is the Tapu Bulu, and Bulu is only on this team because... Gashadons are actually, I've been seeing a lot of Gashadon recently. I don't know why, but I feel like Gashadon is on the rise a tad bit. And then Milotic. Basically, this team can't do anything to Milotic and Gashadon. You can argue Magnezone, yes, but I don't want to have to like rely on Magnezone and keep Magnezone alive for just Milotic. I'd rather have Bulu around because Bulu gets me a terrain fighter. It helps me fight against other terrains. Gives me less EQ damage. And you kill Gashadon and Milotic pretty easily. And if Tailwind is up, this one has a little bit of speed investment. So you go to 202 speed in Tailwind, which allows you to outspeed everything outside of Pheromosa. That's Adamant. And then, yeah, you just go for subs on, like, for example, if Gashadon's in Magnezone, then I kind of stay in. They might try to ice me if you do, so be it. But for the most part, they're going to protect, scout out, or switch out. You get a free sub off. If your opponent has like a choice score of guard chip like the EQ, they're gonna switch out. You get a free sub. I really like sub on Bulu. I really freaking do. It helps me out a lot. Horn Leech is obvious. Windhammer is obvious. We are max attack. HP is like a little different. It's not close. Maybe it's like 212, and then speed is like 40, something like that. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's not that much of an investment. It's just enough to make you go to 202 speed. In the Tailwind. Like I said, guys, the exact EVs, IVs always in the description down below. Be sure to check it out. Important information can always be found there. Next up, we have Pheromosa. Protect, U-turn, Poison Jab, High Jump Kick. Standard Pheromosa. You kill Porygon 2 60% of the time. You OHKO Mux. You even kill some Arcanines. You do Poison Jab to a lot of the Tapus. Kill them all at +1. Except for Finny. U-turn is huge damage, like really good damage on Pheromosa, man. U-turn does more damage than I think at all times. It really does. Like having stab U-turn is great. You pivot out, Life Orb damage boost, and then you bring in the proper Pokemon that you need to handle the situation with. But the main thing is you threaten Porygon 2s, you threaten Orangaroos, you threaten Trick Room Setters, you threaten Gigalith, you threaten What else? High jump kick is so threatening. Like I said in my interview at Aeon, guys, like, if you go high jump kick and you miss, and then they protect, and you end up missing because they protect, you don't care, because Pheromosa dies in one shot from basically anything anyway. So you might as well give yourself a Life Orb boost, 30% damage, and do just wreck shop. You really might as well just do that. Focus Edge is nice, but you lose out on 30% power, and then you do care about your HP. So when you do miss a high jump kick, or you go through a miss with protect, then you hurt a little bit more because, well, there goes your Sash, and you're down 30% of power. At least this way, you're 30% power at all times, and you don't care about missing when they go for protect. You do care about when they miss, or if you miss when they don't protect, end up killing you, then you really care. But 9% chance you get hit, and it's good odds, and it's basically 195 base power, because 130 stab makes it 195, half of it 65, and then just huge damage. And that is that. Now, before I go on, I know you guys are thinking, wait, Mr.Talent, you got 5 fighters on this team. You got 4. That is 2/3. That is 66% of your team is weak to fire. Well, you're right. But if you play this team right, you should not have to care about those fire attacks. First of all, the only fire Pokemon you're going to be seeing are Torkoal, Arcanine, and Incinerate every now and then. For the most part, fire attacks are very rare, outside of Flamethrower, Celesteela, and what else do we see? With like a random Flamethrower here and there. Every now and then a Gyarados, and like, that's all the fire attacks I can think for now. You guys probably think of more, but a little brain fart right now. But you don't care about fire attacks if you play this team right, because you have Pelipper and Golduck, 2 Pokemon that resist it. If the rain is up, Magnezone's going to eat Flamethrowers kind of well. Not Flare Blitzes, but Flamethrowers you will live well. Assault Fast Scizor in the rain does not really care about fire attacks. For the most part, I should say for the most part. Same with Bulu. Fire attacks, like, as long as rain is up, you're going to be fine. Just manage your rain, keep Golduck and Pelipper alive. You should not be scared of Arcanine, Torkoal, or freaking Incineroar. For the most part, like this is, yes, you do have 4 or 5 distances, but you can easily eliminate those threats with plenty of mons on your team. And once the rain is up, nobody is gonna die in one shot except for Pheromosa when the rain is up. You do not care about the fire weaknesses that much. You have plenty of options to get around them. All right, you have Pelipper, you have Golduck, you have Magnezone for the Gyarados, for the Celesteela, and even the Arcanine, because Arcanine's not gonna OHKO you. You're sturdy. T-Bolt does well over half. Sometimes even OHKOs depending on the Arcanine's EVs, and the terrain's up or not. And then I should say OHKOs, but if you do a little bit of damage, then you definitely kill it with a T-Bolt in the terrain. And Bulu is just, you don't want to bring Bulu against fire Pokemon because you really can't touch them. But I'm just saying the other 5, you have answers. You have high jump kick as well. Like, you have answers. Do not be afraid of fire attacks. And that is that. Next up is Golduck standard, max switch attack, max speed. I think something like that. Maybe it's a little HP bulk in this one. I don't really remember. But this is one I use in my tournament team that I won with, so I ain't gonna change it. It's freaking phenomenal. He hits hard, does great things, takes care of guard chomps, and stab skull, stab hydro pump, rain boosted power, Waterium Z. Golduck's amazing. Then of course the mod of the era once again is indeed our Scizor. Same set, same everything. You are Bullet Punch, X-Scissor, Feint, and Iron Head. Bug Bite is not available, it's transfer only, so that's why X-Scissor is there. You can go U-turn over X-Scissor, but I think for the most part you want to keep Scissor in and keep that pressure up. Sometimes you don't though. Sometimes you want to do damage and swap out, but you're not always going to be that fortunate, so it's a trade-off. Do you want to have higher damage or you want to have pivoting? Up to you with your team that you Scissor on. But Bullet Punch, X-Scissor, Feint, Iron Head. I love Feint. It's been very handy as of recently. Going through protects, killing things that are low HP. Granted, you can't use Feint because it's priority in the lately terrain. But guess what? You have a slower terrain user, which is Tapu Bulu. So you can definitely try to like make little shenanigans go down. Bring in Bulu, then go for Feint, so they can't like. So they won't be that scared of So you won't be that scared of Laylee. Basically, that's another reason Bulu's on the team. You need a terrain to combat against Laylee's. And once that terrain is gone, Scizor threatens the hell out of that Laylee, man. Like a Bullet Punch, like an Iron Head. Iron Head kills it. Bullet Punch could kill it if it's certain EVs. Otherwise, you do a little bit of damage, then it dies a Bullet Punch. You Feint the low HP monster, want to go for Protect, or Pokemon that want to Protect in general. And then X-Scissor is your stab. With the Assault Vest at 156 points, I think, in Switch of Defense, you're at 120. It goes to 180 because Assault Vest has half of your current stat to to that stat. So special defense goes to 120, heavy at 60, goes to 180, and that's pretty damn bulky, man. We have 158, 120, 180. That's pretty damn friggin' bulky for a Pokemon like Scizor over here. So we're happy. We got 200 attack level 50. This is a phenomenal solid mon right here. Adamant over Jolly, or Adamant over Careful, because even with a Careful nature, Coco still two-shots you, and that's the only attack I really do care about for the most part on Scizor bulk-wise, because otherwise you live in Psychics. Psychic Z will hit you, but I think Psychic is a 3-shot from lately in the terrain. What else we got going on with this Scizor over here? EQ, you're fine. That's why I run this over Metagross, because this team is already a little EQ weak and Garchomp weak. Just a little bit, not a lot. And then, yeah, dude, I love Scizor, man. I like him a lot in this meta. We're going to use him right now, guys. So, I'll see you guys in the next video where we test the team live. Until then, as always, I am Mr. Talent, you're the lovely Talent Squad. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon.